What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. I'm really excited for this video because today we're jumping into Batman issue 142. Chip Zdarsky is bringing us Joker Year 1, the first year where the Joker is operating. After falling into that vat, the transformation into the Joker, we get to see all of this unfold. We get to see him become the person he is going to be. But even more than that, we get a small glimpse into the future, or at least that's what this appears to be. A future where Joker takes over the world. So, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so this Joker Year 1 story, it starts us right where we think it would start. Batman and the Red Hood were fighting against one another, and the Red Hood, he fell into the vat. This vat was the transformation. This moment would change the course of history. This moment would cement in time the forever battle, the forever rivalry between Batman and the Joker. This is the moment that started everything. And in these waters, these corrosive waters, this is where the Joker's mind begins to split. The voices talk to him. They tell him that he's gonna be fine, that now he has finally been set free, that you have the freedom you have always craved. You are let loose. You are fearless. This is where we see the battle of three Jokers, each of them fighting for supremacy. This is his transformation, the caterpillar becoming the butterfly. This was the day that the true monster was born. As we turn the page, we are picking up with a woman by the name of Sally. As she takes the trash out for the day, we see Joker pop up behind her. By the way this conversation goes, this was Joker's significant other, before the transformation, before the vat. She says that I don't know you, but he swears that he knows her, that she may not recognize him, but he's gonna fix it. He's gonna fix all of it. That he simply got caught up in something just so terrible, but he's gonna find a way through this. Asking for her to wait for him. This is when her husband comes out and calls her Jody, asking who that was, what's going on. She has no idea. A very odd encounter, but we pick up 6 months later. The Joker sits in his room. He stares out the window, not sure how much time has gone by, but he argues with the voices in his head, thinking to himself that he had all of this planned out. It started with the heist, taking what belonged to him, but then it became about chaos. Putting on some face paint in the mirror, we see that he really is talking to the Red Hood. The Red Hood in the mirror letting him know that he was betrayed, that someone in the gang must have talked to either the cops or to Batman. This is where we get a glimpse of what appears to be the future. A narration from Batman saying that they couldn't solve the Joker. And so what they decided to do with him is hook him up to a machine in Arkham, as we see a beautiful illustration of what appears to be Joker strung up like Jesus Christ himself. They hooked him up to what they call the machine. This was Barbara Gordon's idea when she became commissioner. In the Joker's mind, this machine will play out the events that he wants to play out. The Joker is still trying to one-up the Batman, but there is one thing about this little imaginary journey. Batman has ensured that even in his wildest imagination, Batman will always win. Unfortunately, a doctor was much too tempted, wanting to study the mind of Joker. He only found himself dead. A note left behind saying that I will see you soon. As we pick up with Joker at a bar, no makeup on, looking like a regular dude. He hears some guys talking, and he really starts to instigate a fight. These guys, obviously not wanting to hear anything that he has to say, they begin to rough him up. They give him a good little beatdown, but when he gets the opportunity, he grabs a beer bottle and he takes his shots. This is when somebody grabs his hand. As the Joker turns his face, this man can see that this is in fact Joker. This big burly man standing in front of Joker is 22, part of the Red Hood gang. But ever since Joker had fallen off the map, a lot of the gang had scattered. While there are still some remaining trying to claim the Red Hood gang as their own now. 22 wasn't one of them. After the boss left, he didn't want to continue on, and the word goes out. The Red Hood is still alive. Number 2 is not happy about this. And so their little hit on the gala, they're gonna postpone it so they can go take care of number 1. They plan to kill the original Red Hood. This is where we pick up with the Black Hood gang. Ever since the Red Hood gang popped up, there have been little copycat gangs popping up everywhere all over Gotham. The Black Hood gang is one of those gangs. And today, their heist is not going good because Batman's fist has just come through their windshield. By the time the police show up, we see all 3 of them tied up on the hood. But today, Batman is staying behind. He is here to talk to Jim Gordon. Batman knows that the current commissioner has his eyesights directly on Batman, so he doesn't plan to stick around long. Batman knows that everything happening with these Black Hood individuals with the gray ghost, the red masks, all copycats and distractions. He tells Gordon that the Red Hood gang has to be their focus. He's not sure that the leader of the Red Hood gang has actually been taken down. We saw him fall into the chemical vat, but there was no body. He tested the compound, it was corrosive, but not enough to eliminate human remains so quickly. And so battling copycat gangs, they just recovered from the Riddler. Now they have to worry about the leader of the Red Hood gang still being out there, mildly corroded. Now, as Joker goes walking through the streets, what he sees up in the sky is Batman swinging through the city. Getting a glimpse of the bat, he immediately panics. He runs as fast as he can. Batman hurt the Joker, thinking that he is both beautiful and terrifying. Getting to the outskirts of the city, he thinks to himself that maybe he just keeps going. Maybe he starts somewhere new. Get away from the Batman completely. But he knows that it doesn't matter who did this to them. Not really. They don't need revenge or violence. He doesn't want any more chaos. Going over to the water and seeing his own reflection, he is terrified of what they are planning to do. This is when the Joker begins to choke his reflection. This is the old him completely dying out. This is the Joker killing the man that he once was, killing the fear, embracing the chaos. This is the night that Joker killed the original Red Hood. This is when a man appears on the top of the hill. He says that he has been following him for quite a few months, and he has become impressed. He says that he is the man who can teach him how to harness his mind, to never feel fear again, to be the greatest force that this world has ever known. Wondering what makes him so qualified to do such a feat, he says that he is the smartest man in the world, and he also trained Batman. And this is where we hop over to a future glimpse. Not sure if this is taking place inside the mind of Joker, or if this happens to be after the Joker is able to escape Arkham. Now, his escaping Arkham could also just be part of this little machine's mind games that they do on Joker, making him believe that he got free, making him believe that he took over the world. But in the reality, he is still hooked up to that machine, that eventually Batman is going to bring him down even if he takes over the entire world. Because no matter what, Batman ensured that the programming would make it to where he always wins. So as we get a glimpse and some narration from Batman, the Joker has called him to where it all started. He says that somewhere in this city, Duke is infected. His powers are absorbing all the light. This is plummeting Gotham into eternal night. That they are all gone and he is all alone. Making his way up to the surface, everybody is infected. An audible virus, spread by laughter. And now the world is the Joker. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So this is a fun little story. First, we're going to start off with the year 1 and really dive into that. Because before Joker became the Joker, he was the original Red Hood. Most of us already know that information. But the thing is, that changed him. Almost like it created a second personality. You had the original Red Hood, but then there was another manifestation in his mind, the Joker. And the Joker wanted chaos. While the Red Hood, he was seeking some kind of power, some kind of wealth. He had no grand scheme of chaos and causing all kinds of carnage and mayhem. He was trying to get a better seat at the table. And so now that they have moved into this new realm, ever since they fell into the vat, the part of his mind that is the original Red Hood, he is struggling to deal with what they are going to do, of what they might become, because he can feel the chaos, the rage, the anger. He can feel what the Joker plans or wants to do, and it scares him. It terrifies him. That's why we got an actual visual representation of the Joker killing out his weakness, killing out the original Red Hood, snuffing out that part of his brain, that personality wiped away, and nothing remains but the Joker. And now we get to see him trained by an individual claiming to be not only the smartest man in the world, but also a mentor to Batman. This could explain so much on why the Joker has been so effective against Batman over the years, considering the people that Batman has fought against. And then we have this little glimpse into the future, with the Joker hooked up to a machine, not knowing what to do with him, wanting to ensure that he lays dormant, he stays that way. They hooked him up to a machine where he gets to live one-upping Batman, defeating Batman, taking him down, taking everything he loves, only to inevitably be defeated by the Batman. And then it restarts. But in this comic, we see that a doctor takes him off of the machine, and in doing so, allows him to have freedom. We're not sure if this is part of the machine's game, or we're seeing what is actually happening. Nonetheless, Joker is able to spread a virus that is spread through laughter, almost like a zombie plague making its way across the globe, except in this case, it has turned every living soul into the Joker. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with Batman. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.